Hey, hello, your pro, Tracy Jerk, here with you today to go over a few stretchings that we want to do to get ready for the spring season. So the first thing we're going to do, and believe me, I am not one that is extremely flexible, so I'll be working with you on these as well as we get the season going. So we're going to go down just to a toe touch, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go up, thumbs up, come up, and then reach back. We're going to do each of these 4 times, okay? So we're going to go down, toe touch, and then we're going to go up, thumbs back. And when you reach back, I want you to get your hips forward over your toes and your shoulders getting back over your heels, looking straight ahead. So then we're going to go down, toe touch. This is number 3. And going up, thumbs up, reach, and then lean back a little bit. Press your hips forward so that you go hips over your feet, and then your shoulders are back over your heels. So we'll do that one more time. We're going to go down, toe touch, thumbs up, up, reach high, and now reach back, push hips forward. Okay, so that's just a toe touch with extension. That's to get us started. Now we're going to do a side bend reach. So to do that, we're going to actually just interlock your fingers, almost like you have a pistol or the old church with the doors, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna reach up, and I want you to pinch your arms against your ears. And then what we're gonna do, you're gonna initiate it with the hip. We're just gonna lean to this side with the hip, and we're gonna lean to the other side with the hip. While you're doing this, you wanna make sure that your arms stay attached to your ears. So number 2, if we look to the side, we're gonna be trying to keep on the straight plane. We're going to go from one side, and then we're going to go to the other side. And you want to try and maintain this as straight as you can. Okay, so we're up, our ears. We're going to push with the hips. You'll notice kind of the curvature of the spine to one side. And then we're going to go up, and we're going to go the other way. This one's a little tougher for me, the curvature of the spine going this way. Okay, and we're there. And so if we do one more, we're just going to be up, attach our arms to our ears, and we push the hip out to lean to one side, push the hip out to lean to the other side. Okay, for the next exercise, you're going to need a club, okay? So you could also use a pole, a stick, a broomstick, anything that you have in the house, but we're in golf season, close to using clubs. Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to take the club, and we're going to attach it to your forehead and to your chest right down the middle, okay? So we're going to stand up nice and straight. We're going to work on posture here. So what I want you to do is you're going to stand up straight. You're going to spread your legs, okay? And now to get into golf posture, we are just going to make a tail with the end of the club. Okay, so we come up, we go down, we make a tail with the end of the club. Okay, so this is just a subtle entry into making a tail with the club. So you see the club down, sticking out just like a cat tail or a dog tail, okay? And that is just to get us into the feeling of making a good posture, because a lot of the things that we're going to do from here are also going to be posture related. Okay, so when we're working on the posture, we really look at our pelvis and how it can tilt. Okay, so for this exercise, this is called pelvic tilts. This is to find the neutral area that your pelvis should be in when you're in good posture. So if we do our tail out drill, you don't have to do this, I just want to show you. If we do our tail out drill, you'll notice that we get into a position that's unique to us with our tail out, our hips bent, our knees bent. Now the hip and the pelvis have different places they could go. If I force it way up and out, kind of like that, or I can force it way in and tuck it like that, okay? So what we want to do individually for each person is I want you to get into a position where you cross your arms, come to the side, okay? And you're going to stick your butt out, you're going to tuck your butt in, you're going to stick your butt out, and then you're going to go to what feels neutral. So that's neutral for me, okay? So we'll do that again. We cross our arms, we go butt out, tuck the hips in, butt out, and then go neutral. Okay, so for everybody, there's a different neutral position. We're going to do that 4 times total. Okay, out, in, out, neutral, out, in, out, neutral. And that neutral position there for me is very good. As I continue to work on it, we get more flexibilities in the hip. That makes us be able to maintain our posture better. Now the next one that we're going to do has to also do with the pelvis. And what we're going to do, they're called hip twisters. So in this one, we're going to cross our arms. We're going to get into that tail position, out, okay? Neutral position for me is right there. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to turn and face you. Now what we're going to do is just move the hips without moving the shoulders. Okay, and we're going to do that for about 10 seconds. Okay, and then we're going to stand up, stretch it all out a little bit, cross our arms, get into our neutral position, and all I'm trying to do is move the hips in a rotational this way, this way, this way, this way. It doesn't have to be a lot of movement, just a little movement, and we're keeping our shoulders very still. So we're starting to work the separation between the shoulders and the hips with this exercise. Okay, take a break. And one more time, we're going to do that one more time, 2 more times actually. Get into good neutral position, okay, by having your hands here. We're going to go ahead, we're going to turn those hips. Try to keep the lower body moving and the upper body not moving. Notice how my hands are not moving. Okay, and we'll do one more. And we'll cross our arms, we get into our neutral position, and then just twist those hips, keeping the upper body steady. Okay, good job. Now, the last one we're going to do are called helicopters. So we're going to stand feet width feet apart, a little bit of bend in the posture, and we're just going to try to keep the lower body steady this time. Okay, so we're going to keep the lower body steady, keep the upper body moving. Work on just keeping your arms separated. And you can see as I get warmed up, I'm starting to get my shoulders a little more towards the screen. Okay, so we're going to stop there. We're going to do this 4 times. So we get here, and we're going to go helicopter. And you can see the helicopter doesn't have to go straight up and down. It kind of goes a little along the plane. We're not going to go into full golf posture here. Okay, my hips are moving too much. I'm going to try and stabilize them. And you should do the same. Okay, so trying to keep the arms straight, lower body steady. Okay, the last 2 that we do, those were a little more firm. The last 2 that we do, we can get a little more leg motion into it. So we're going to go back, we're going to go through, back, through. Okay, so now we're rotating the hips and the shoulders just to get them used to rotating together. Okay, so if we do it from this angle, take a little break, then we're just going to go helicopter with a little bit of hip movement back and through. Okay, good job so far. Got 2 more exercises we're going to do. I'm feeling it a little bit. Okay, and hopefully you're feeling your heart rate and your body get a little bit warmer. So the last 2 that we're going to do, okay, the first one is we're going to go back to out, in, out, neutral, okay, and then we're going to take it to a finish. So if we go out, in, out, neutral, and then what we're going to do is just take it to the finish, okay? So we're going to go out, in, out, neutral, take it to the finish. Okay, so here we're working on the rotation towards the target. Okay, find your neutral position. You don't always have to go out, in, neutral, okay? We can always just go from neutral position, finish. Okay, neutral position, finish. Okay, the last one we're going to do is just to strengthen the legs. The body should be pretty warmed up. what we're gonna do, take your club, we're gonna hang on to the club, and then I want you to get into these just simple squats. We're only gonna do 4 of them. So if we get into a position here, we're just gonna squat down. These are tough for me. We're gonna squat down, make sure that your knees stay at your toes. Don't get over your toes here, just get at your toes. It doesn't matter how deep you go, okay? Keep the back straight and then just come up. Okay, so we're gonna go down, bum goes back and up. And arms are just kind of sliding down the club as we go. So we go down, this is 3. Hold it for a minute and then come up. Okay, last one, down for a minute and up. So that's our first sequence of stretching for today. And hopefully you can work this in before a round to help you warm up, after a round to help you cool down, or anytime during the day just to improve your physical well-being for the game of golf. All right, so we'll see you coming up in the week ahead for some more training. Good luck out there and do the best you can.